Millionaire stop in front of beggar Anzi's "You're my mom." When the dinner salts show up, she was shocked for as long as he could remember. Daniel Foster knew two things: he had been adopted, and somewhere out there was a woman who had given him life. Then vanished. Now at 32, Daniel was one of the wealthiest young men in the country. Seuf, a successful tech firm owner of luxury cars, yachts, private jets. On the outside, his life looked perfect. But inside, a void remained, a hole that even billions couldn't fill. For years, his adoptive parents, especially his father, had kept the truth locked away. She gave you up because she didn't want you, they used to say coldly. Forget that past, we gave you everything. But Daniel could never forget. In quiet moments he would stare at the mirror wondering, who do I really look like? Was blood runs through my veins. When his adoptive father passed away, Daniel, now head of the family, discovered something hidden in the old man's study, a sealed envelope yellowed with age inside, document signatures, and a faded photograph. In the photo, a young black woman, thin and tired, holding a newborn white baby in her arms, a forced smile for the camera, and trembling handwriting below: Amara Foster, 1992, birth mother of Daniel Foster. Legal adoption record. Staring at the photo, Daniel felt his breath catch her ice. They looked like mine. There was also a letter, a cold legal statement due tragic circumstances and economic hardship. The biological mother has consented to full legal adoption. No future claims permitted. Document sealed. Reason: death of husband in aviation accident. Single mother unable to provide care in unstable financial conditions. Words hit Daniel like a punch. She hadn't abandoned him because she didn't love him. She had been forced alone, grieving, helpless, and he had been taken from her for weeks. Daniel couldn't sleep. His heart burned with one thought: I have to find her. He hired the best private investigators, searched old social records. Nothing, no death certificate, no trace. She was gone, or so they thought. Then one crisp autumn afternoon, fate intervened, and Lee had just finished a corporate lunch meeting in the old part of the city. Driving his bright orange supercar, cruised slowly through the narrow streets. Lost in thought, his mind drifted again to the photo in the envelope. Her eyes, her face. Where are you, mother? Are you even alive? As he approached a busy intersection, traffic slowed. Daniel glanced at the sidewalk, and then he saw her, an elderly black woman, thin, frail, hunched beneath the weight of a large cloth sack. Her clothes were torn, her feet were bare. She moved slowly, her head down. A beggar forgotten by the world. But Daniel's heart jolted violently. Her facet, those eyes, it was her adrenaline surged through his veins. Without thinking, he slammed the brakes. His car, screeching to a halt in the middle of the street. Horns blared behind him, but Daniel didn't care. Shoving open the door, he leapt out onto the pavement. The old woman looked up in surprise as the young millionaire in a sleek gray suit rushed toward her. For a moment neither spoke. Daniel's chest heaved, his shins trembled. Then, in a voice choked with emotion, he whispered, "Your mother." The old woman blinked in confusion. Her thin body trembled under the heavy sack. She looked at the young white man standing before her, dressed in a sharp gray suit, eyes wide with emotion. What did you say?" she stammered. Danny's voice broke. You're my mother, I know it. Please tell me your name." Tears welled into the woman's tired eyes. "Amara," she whispered. Daniel's knees went weak. It was the same name from the adoption fillet. Quickly pulled a folded photograph from his pocket. The old picture of her as a young woman holding a newborn baby. Held it out with trembling hands. "Look, it's you. It's me." Amara's breath caught in her throat. Her eyes locked on the faded image. Her hands flew to her mouth. A sob escaped her lips. "Oh God, no, it can't be." Daniel's voice was urgent. "No, please, I've searched for you. I know what happened. I found the papers. The truth about my father, about what they did to you." Tears streamed down Amara's cheeks. She sank to the ground, sobbing uncontrollably, knelt beside her. "You didn't abandon me," he whispered. "You saved me. You gave me life." Amara's frail hands reached up to Kufis' face, disbelief in her eyes. They told me I would never see you again." She wept. "After your father died, I had nothing. I couldn't feed myself, let alone a baby. I had not choice." Her voice broke. "They forced me to sign. They made me take that photo. They said it was the only way to save you." Neil pulled her into a tight embrace. You don't have to explain, Hugh whispered. You're my mother, you always will be. For long minutes the two clung to each other. Lost in the moment, years of pain, grief, and longing pouring out in tears, passers-by stopped and stared at the sight of a wealthy young man embracing a ragged beggar woman in the street, but Daniel didn't care. Finally, through eyes he looked at her. Come with me, he said softly. Please let me take care of you now. Amara shook her head weakly. Look at me. I'm nothing. I have nothing. You're a rich man. You don't need me. Daniel smiled gently. You are everything I've needed. I have all the money in the world, but I've never had my mother. Slowly, with shaking legs, Amara allowed him to help her into the supercar. For the first time in decades, sat on soft leather, tears still falling down her weathered face. Daniel called his assistant. Get the best doctor, the best care, and prepare a room in my house. In the weeks that followed, Amara was given medical treatment, new clothes, good food. Her strength returned little by little, and every night Daniel would sit with her, listening to her stories of the past, of her love for his father, of the terrible choice she was forced to make, of the years spent wondering what had come of her child. One quiet evening, as they sat by the fireplace, Amara looked at her son, now strong, successful, and Kindy thought, I had lost you forever, she whispered. I never thought you would forgive me. Daniel reached for her hand, squeezing it gently. There's nothing to forgive, he said softly. You gave me life, and now I can finally give you the life you deserve. So the woman once forced to give up her child, the woman once reduced to begging on the streets, now lived with dignity and love in the care of the son she had never stopped loving. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more emotional, dramatic, and unexpected tales. And let us know in the comments where in the world are you watching from. We love hearing from all of you. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep watching.